Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a premium medium question in the design category that I just solved on my own. So I'm super happy about this and I'm very glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance. So let's go over it and let me show you how I did it. This is 2590 Design a To-Do List. So basically you have this class that you want to design and you want to implement these methods, and so you're going to have a lot of different information. So you're going to have the user ID, the description, and let's just take this step by step and go one by one so we don't confuse ourselves. So notice that for add task, you have a task ID and that starts at 1 and is sequentially increasing. Okay, so let's call this task ID starts at 1, and let's use a default dictive type list because for each user ID, right, for each user ID, we're going to have to store lots of different information, including the task ID. Okay, so for add task, we want to add a task for the user with user ID equal to due date and a list of tasks, basically just these three pieces of information. So let's just say self.d user ID dot append the user, well, the task description, the due date, and the tags, and also self.tid. We're going to want to increment this because every time it's going to be 1 to 2, and then we want to return self.tid minus 1 because that's the one we just used. Okay, so for get all tasks, we want to return a list of tasks that are not marked as complete for the user ID ordered by user date. Well, to do that, we first have to do complete task, which is basically, let's just go ahead and print self.d. Let's do this for now. And let's also print user ID and task ID. So, okay, so we're just going to find the user ID. First of all, if it doesn't even exist as a key in the dictionary, then we can just return false or return, well, we don't have to do anything. So if user ID is inside of self.d, then we can actually do something because we're not returning anything or returning a none, right? There's no return value to void method. So here, basically for 1, we're going to go through each sublist and we're going to say, well, first of all, what I missed is incomplete because that's how I track the status. So there we go. And now we can see the status. So now basically we want to go through each sublist and say if this is incomplete, then mark it as complete. And only if the task ID, so the task ID has to be compared with this, and that's the gist of it. Okay, so for, let's call this sublist or val in self.d user ID. So if val of -1 is equal to incomplete and v or val of 01 is equal to task ID, in that case we just set val -1 equals to complete. And let's just go ahead and just print self.d so we can double check our work here. Okay, complete, cool. So now we can actually go ahead and do this. So for get all tasks, return a list of the tasks not marked as complete for the user ID. So again, if user ID is not in self.d, return an empty list. Otherwise, we're looking at going through, for example, for val in self.d user ID. So we're going to loop through that user ID, and so for each sublist, for, well, so if val of -1 is equal to incomplete, not marked as complete, and then we just want to append the actual tasks, which is just going to be val of 0. So let's call this answer.append val of 0, and then at the end we just return answer. But for now, let's just do this. I know it's not we're not completely done yet. Okay, so if this is equal to incomplete and ordered by due date, okay, let's go ahead and print self.d user ID. Okay, so these are incomplete, and I'm wondering why. Oh, we didn't do this part yet. Okay, let's get tasks for tag. Same thing, return a list of tasks not marked as complete with the user ID. Again, if user ID is not in self.d, return nothing. Let's take this step by step. Okay, so otherwise for val and self.d user ID, so not marked as complete. Again, if val of -1 is incomplete and have a tag as one of their tags, and so I guess tag in val of 2, then we can print val of 0, right? Let's print val 0, 1, 2. Oh, val of 3. Okay, so again, answer val of 0, and then return answer. Okay, so again, now we just have to take care of the ordering, because first of all, we want to order it by the 0, 1, 2, which is the task ID. So let's do that. And the good thing is these numbers never change. Like, this doesn't have to be removed or reused or what have you. That kind of makes things easier. And so we just have to sort by x of 0, which is the task ID. X of 0. Okay, so now we just have to actually get just this part. So let's do this for a and answer result.append a of 1, return result. Return result. Okay, let's run this. Submit it. Okay, let's get rid of these print statements. Submit it. Okay, still some print statements. Submit it. And there you go. Passes all test cases. So again, I'm super happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help and solve it completely on my own. So that's it for this video, and thank you for watching.